bright today. Joy coming my way. In my right mind, gonna praise all the time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first A Brighter Day podcast. Now, this show will air every Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Central Time in the United States. And what we're going to be discussing are positive items. No negativity here, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be discussing some of my life's experiences, successes, failures. And I believe this is important right now. You know, the older we get, it is incumbent upon us to share some of the lessons we've learned so that our younger generation can understand what it takes to matriculate through life. And so I'll be putting this on all social media outlets, well, at least the usual suspects. Let's see, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. And feel free to share. Listen, we're all in this together, so I'm sure you have some things that you'd like to share as well. So for this first one, I'd like to share with you something that I thought was very interesting. Recently, I had my grandchildren, our grandchildren were in town, and we were having devotion, and I asked a somewhat of a random question. I said, how do you guys define maturity? And interestingly enough, the youngest child said, and I'm paraphrasing, because I don't want to misquote the youngest child. She said, doing right when no one is looking. Now, of course, that falls under the category of, and a child shall lead them. And I got to thinking about some of the times that we're living in. We should not bemoan those who lack integrity. We should not get frustrated by those who lack honor. Our jobs are to demonstrate that honor. We really have no idea what people have been through. We don't know how they've been impacted as children. And an example from us could change their lives. And I think it's vitally important that we meet people where they are. Now, am I saying that's easy? No, it's not easy. Because we are emotional people as well, even though we're trying to sow goodwill into the world. But a good example from us, not returning hatred from hatred. Yeah, because I've discovered that we are the ones that if we're the ones demonstrating the goodwill, maybe that's the only goodwill they will ever see. And it could change them. So again, these won't be long talks. I'm just going to start out with something positive. Ladies and gentlemen, I challenge us to meet hatred. Now, this is tough because, as I said, we're all human beings. We're all emotional beings. But we have got to meet hatred with love. I believe it was Dr. King that said, I'm paraphrasing him, that the only thing that can change an enemy into a friend is love. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, because that individual will wonder, why are they treating me kindly when I treated them poorly? When I heaped hatred on them and they came and cut my grass. They always have a smile. That's what we have to do. Because that's the only way we're going to get better. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you tonight. I'm going to be sharing just some positive things. It's going to be kind of fun because after a while I get into some of my failures in life, and some of them are comical. And I will tell you how I made it through those failures, what it taught me. And again, feel free to share. We are all in this together, and we want to share and have a platform where others can learn. You know, I share with my children, you shouldn't have to learn from the same mistakes I did. Make some new ones, right? I hear some of you tell your children the same thing. So listen, remember, no matter what the day holds, no matter what challenges you've had to face, you can always make it a brighter day. Hey, we'll see you next time, next Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. God bless.
It's gonna be a bright day. Joy coming my way. I can tell.